Welcome back to the ASPA podcast. My name is Lily Koesch Johnson. Today I'm joined by Andy Moore. He's one of our pre-conference presenters. Andy, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Again, my name is Andy Moore. I'm from Shelby County Public Schools, which is located in Shelbyville, just east of the Louisville area in Kentucky. If you're familiar with the Kentucky Derby, it's about a hop, skip, and a jump from us. We're the saddlebred capital of the world. So again, right in the middle of horse country. I've been in education. This is my 22nd year. And I've been everything from a third, fourth, fifth grade teacher, assistant principal, elementary school principal, high school principal, and now I find myself starting my third school year as human resource director for Shelby County. And it's been a wild ride, but nonetheless, I love supporting schools from this role that I'm in now. And that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, awesome. Andy, would you be able to tell us about the session you're presenting on at this year's annual conference you and your team are presenting on?
Absolutely. We first off think that we have the most creative name. I've got 99 problems, but a sub ain't one.
I do
For those
love
of
it. I was
you,
giggling at that. Yeah.
for those of you that are, that the K-12 environment is where you live and breathe, know what we have been grappling with over the last several years. A huge factor that impacts the quality of instruction and student learning and teacher retention, to be quite honest, is really getting a hold of our substitute workforce. And so the partners that I've been working with, Jamie and Tina, they both are from larger districts than I, but together we feel like we've got good solutions to offer school districts, whether or not you're big or small, with how to wrap around that substitute workforce, support them with professional development, onboard them, retain them, whether or not you're looking at competitive salary schedules. It really it takes a look kind of at all the different aspects of employment with the substitute workforce, and really how to ensure that the lack of substitutes on a day-to-day basis ultimately doesn't have an adverse impact on student learning. And that's what we really want to help equip people to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Andy, what do you think is really going to motivate someone to want to attend your session?
Well, I think again, anybody that's in the K-12 world, I'm almost guaranteed they're grappling with their substitute workforce and the lack thereof, and safety and security. Goodness, the challenges of meeting both the mental health needs of our students, ensuring safe learning environments. A lot of subs are shying away from coming in and being in those itinerant roles day to day. And what we really want to do is just continue to give school districts tools and give school districts resources where they can say, oh, this is an example of if we can take care of this pay rate, if we can train them before on effective classroom management strategies, then maybe subs aren't going to have as many classroom management issues, or when preparing for a long-term maternity leave or supporting some of our teachers when they have to be away from their workstation for a while. Again, it's really trying to provide that wraparound service. We think we've got some unique ideas or some novel things that we've tried in our districts, and we've seen some fruits from those. And again, a lot of it is sharing those experiences. Much of what we do in education is we just borrow and steal ideas from other places. We take those and make them our own, and then a few of these are maybe unique to us, but a lot of them are just adapted to work for our respective school environments.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what is one thing you would like for your attendees to take away from your presentation?
We can't treat subs like second class citizens. I think a lot of times in the K-12 school environment, we talk about how we should be treating everyone from our custodians and our food service workers to our teachers. I think it's easier to put certain work groups up on pedestals than others. Some we feel sorry because we wish we could pay them a more competitive wage and we can't. Some they work incredibly hard and tireless. But the substitute workforce is one of those groups where you can't just assume that they're okay. They're almost kind of this nomadic, leaderless group of people. They don't necessarily report to the building principal. They don't necessarily have a work site that they call home. And so they just kind of meander about. And what we want to make sure districts know are some intentional things that you can do to make them feel at home, make them feel like a professional, make them feel supported, so that they stay with us and continue to fill those voids when our classroom teachers, and to be quite honest, if we're talking about subs on a bigger picture, when our classroom teachers, our bus drivers, our cooks, our custodians, all those positions where we need subs to step in when they have to step out to take care of their personal needs, we just have to make them a priority. And for the longest time, we just, trusted that, oh, the subs are going to show up. Well, they don't. They don't just show up. You've got to water them and feed them like any other professional and grow them and take good care of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what is one tool or strategy your session attendees can implement immediately after the conference in their own district?
I think probably the thing that they're going to be able to do immediately is just reflect on their own practice. And again, we don't expect somebody to come in, and we're not elevating ourselves, saying, "Hey, we've got this down," because we certainly don't, and we learn new things every year. But reflect on what you're doing. We're going to talk a lot about professional development, and so reflect on where you are with professional learning and your subs. Either you are or aren't investing in them. Is it just the compliance trainings that your state requires them to do with safety and security and bloodborne pathogens and sexual harassment training? Or is it a little bit more in depth where you're teaching them how to use the technology that they have to come in as a foreigner in a classroom and use to engage students in learning for the day? Are you growing them there? Take a look at your salary schedule. We say a lot of times, hey, we're competitive in pay. Are you really? How does that pay rate compare to similar positions within your school district and neighboring school districts? So again, a lot of it is just going to be when you walk away, we want you to reflect on where you are. And if by any chance the things we talked about are going to help you grow, email us, let us know. We'll shoot you every resource we have. You can remove a Shelby County logo. You can remove the logos off of Jamie and Tina's schools and pull those off and pop your own on there and just take it like you own it, like you developed it. I don't care if it helps you out.
Absolutely. Plagiarism at its finest.
Yeah, but ultimately, I guess the goal is if it helps students learn and it helps meet the needs of our kids in our school district, that's why we exist. And that's why I love my director role, is that I still have faces of kids in my mind that I'm supporting indirectly through supporting the substitute workforce, through recruiting and retention efforts and all those things.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you looking forward to most at this 86th annual conference this year?
The ability to go sit around people who do what I do every day. I'm the lone ranger when it comes to HR in my district. I'm in a little bit of a smaller district, or maybe someone call medium size. And I've got three amazing colleagues that work in my department alongside me. But what I love the most, whether or not it is Casrum in the state of Kentucky, that's an ASPA partner, or whether or not it's going out to the ASPA conference, sitting and meeting people from different states, and hearing about their journey as a professional. It really, it's energizing. Obviously, there's some wonderful keynote speakers and just excellent content. This will be my third time attending the conference. I'm looking forward to it, coming back to the East Coast and being in Nashville next year. But again, it's just a major time just to build up and encourage, and come back for the hard work that we do.
Absolutely. And what has been your favorite part of all of the conferences that you've gone to?
If I say the evening events, does that make me sound shallow?
Not at all. Those are my favorite too. Those are so much fun. Those are such a blast.
Yeah, no, some of the meals, some of the just riding in a bus and having a stranger pop next to you that you've never met until that moment. And again, it's a human connection. I think we all crave that. I think the pandemic revealed to us that we were built to exist and connect with one another. And I think that's one of the things ultimately that the conference really does really well is it brings people together and gives us opportunities to connect.
Well, thank you so much, Andy. This was perfect. I'm so excited to see your presentation October 15th through 18th at the annual conference. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Not a problem.